Hello, everybody. Today is Tuesday, January 30th, and this is the ndkartshop blog. Welcome. Thank you for listening. First off, before we get diving into what my thoughts are today and getting things rolling today, I just wanted to touch on the fact that we don't have any big publicization of wow, can't talk today, which doesn't go very well for a podcast. But we don't have any publicity that we really advertise, paid for advertising we're doing. We're going to try and grow this as organically as possible. So with that being said, you'll see it shared on Facebook and on Instagram and on our website, but you won't see any paid for advertising. I want to do this as organically as possible, especially right now since we are doing it all from a cell phone, and a lot of it is going to be recorded. As you can hear, there's a little bit of background noise, and we don't have a studio. My studio is going to be wherever I can get time to do it, and if the thoughts are in my head, I'm going to record it and get it distributed to you guys. So that's that. It's not a complaint. It's just it's a simple fact of the matter that we're starting small, and we're going to try and grow this as naturally as possible, and hopefully it will turn into a full-time gig that's paid for like all the big guys do. But we aspire to be bigger than what we actually are right now, and that's our goal, one day at a time. So going into this now, today, part of what I want to talk about is actually kind of stems around this aspirations and being bigger, actually being bigger than you are and not realizing it, or and there might be even a little arrogance talk mixed in with this, because some people are not as big as they actually think they are, or they perceive themselves out there as this giant when they're really not. We've always said with the kart shop and with now the digital media company, you guys are first. We wouldn't be doing this if it wouldn't be for the customers, for the people that are coming through the door, calling, messaging us, and wanting help or needing parts, or or what have you. So we've always been customer based, and it's the old adage of the customer is always right. We do still lean on that, but I'm not going to say I'm going to argue with you and tell you that you're wrong. But at the same time, if I feel like that you got fed some bad information and then you're relaying that to me, I'm going to go as far as I can and try and help you. And the same goes for Maggie. The same goes for anybody that works out of the kart shop. We're going to try and go as far as we can to get you the information that you might have been fed that was not correct, and get you guys pointed in the right direction, get you guys going forward again. There is a lot of talk in the karting world that if you don't have this motor builder and this clutch and this tire combination, you'll never win a race. Well, I know for a fact that you can go, and that's where the arrogance thing comes in a little bit. There's a lot of people that are arrogant enough to think that that's the way it's got to be, and in reality, it's not. The little guy that's one kart operation, maybe has 2 sets of tires, has a motor that he's been running all year long, and a clutch that all he does is clean it and takes care of it and swaps out the gear when he gets to a different size track. That guy is way more likely to win as an underdog, and it's a story that we all want to show that we can do. I believe for a little while there was some guys running around stuffing their carts in the back of pickups just to prove that they could still do it again. Some of that, if you're used to traveling around and getting out there and running out of a trailer or out of a big team trailer, and then you all of a sudden decide you're going to throw it in the back of a pickup truck once and do it just see, I'm good enough to run it. That's very arrogant. That's not even, you're not proving a point other than that your ego said that you could do it. Yeah, sure, you might have went out and won out of the back of a pickup truck, but how old was that stuff? Was that stuff brand new? Did you just pull that out of the trailer and throw, there's always something in there that, if it's something that you went and you pulled all your old stuff out of the corner, threw it in the back of a pickup and went and run, good for you. I'm glad you finally came back to your roots and decided and realized that you had the talent to do it without the money behind you. But for anyone to go from running with a open checkbook and then all of a sudden throw it in the back of a pickup truck once and go out and win, that's, in my opinion, that's a very arrogant way of doing it. But there's a lot of us out there that are, and our kart shop included, we're not a big kart shop. Some of you guys never even heard of DMA Motorsports. Some of you have seen, one or two pictures that we posted. Some of you have gotten to know us a little bit now because we bought Rapid Body Works and we're building the bodies in-house now. But for the most part, a lot of you never heard of us. Most of you are going to write this off and just be like, well, he's just another pissed off little kart shop. That's not the case. I'm just pointing out a simple fact to make sure in the karting world, as kart racers, let's make sure that we always remember that a lot of the best racers in the world started in go-karts and did it very, very humbly, ran shoestring budgets and turned out and made something of it. So just remember that going forward, and that you can aspire to be a lot bigger than what you actually are, but don't lose your humility. Don't stop being humble. We try and help everybody we can. From people that we don't even know, we'll jump in. We've been at national races where I've had 2 go-karts that needed attention, but we had somebody come by just flustered and was at their wit's end. I threw a pit guy out there, said, hey, can you just go help them? And that's the kind of stuff you'll come to expect. If you see us at a track, don't hesitate to come up, even if it looks like we're flustered and throwing tools and trying to get a couple of carts ready and going back out on the track. 9 times out of 10, we can break one person away to come look at something, come help you out quick. If you need an extra hand lifting a cart on the grid, don't hesitate to ask us. We're call it a downside or call it an upside or whatever you want to call it, but North Dakota Nice is a real thing, and that's what we are. We're nice. We're gonna be straightforward with you, and like I say, we've been in the karting world for a long time, 20 plus years now. And do I know every secret and trick in the book? No, but we're aspiring to be that go-to kart shop that if you need information, you should be able to pull it up either from our website, from our one of our video logs, one of our tech videos, or if you see us at the track and you need help and you're hitting an impasse, we want you to be able to approach us. So anytime you see the DMA Motorsports colors, just remember that we are that little kart shop that's aspiring to be your go-to. And as far as warehouse goes too, we're aspiring to be that parts warehouse that even some of the bigger kart shops can feel that they can call us if they're running short on something. We can supply them as well. So that's kind of my 2 bits on it. Aspiration versus arrogance. There's a lot of arrogance that does run around in this world, unfortunately, and there's a lot of people that think that that's the way it needs to be, but it doesn't. Just remember, we're all, at the end of the day, we're all racing for the same thing. We're all going to end up going to the same place. Most of I don't know if you're a believer or not. I know I am. I know that there's a plan for me, a greater plan than even the plan that I can put down on here, but I'm going to do the best I can to make sure that I as far as the racing goes, make sure that my team and the company I'm building around me, we can get as many wins as possible, whether it's on the media side of things, helping other businesses and other little kart teams grow their social presence and grow their media presence, or on the actual track and getting our carts out front and keeping them up there consistently. We're going to have our good days and bad days, but we're shooting for more good than bad. So with that, I'd like to especially thank Tony Gaylord with Platinum Racing Chassis for working with us over the past couple of years as we've been really trying to hit it hard on the national scene. Some of you know we did make a trip down there. We sat and visited with him for a couple hours, brought a kart back. He is by far the nicest guy and one of the smartest kart designers I've ever met. So really looking forward to a continued relationship with him. So if I'm gonna try and call out one product every time that I jump on here, and today's episode, I'm going to call out Platinum Racing Chassis and Tony Gaylord and his design work and everything that he does. Like I say, he's a great guy. Work with him on a regular basis, and we look forward to a continued relationship with him. Just with the way the Platinum kart is performing, I don't foresee myself wanting to switch or go anywhere, go to anybody else anytime soon. And he's definitely been worth the while to work with. So with that, today's edition is, like I say, is another short edition. We are definitely looking for people who want to jump on here, do call-ins or whatever, and be part of this podcast. Like I say, this is episode 2. We've got a lot more episodes to go before we're going to be swinging in the big leagues, I'm sure. But as far as I know, this is the only go-kart related, go-kart centralized podcast on the in the actual podcast world. So we're going to keep pushing forward, and hopefully we can generate a little bit more momentum and, like I say, get more people involved. And maybe one day we'll be able to do this from an actual studio and not from my car driving to work, or when I'm standing outside waiting for the dog to go to the bathroom, or when I'm standing in the shop in between spraying bodies or something like that. So hope you guys have a great day. Have a great week. Keep watching our content. We'll be putting out as much stuff as we can all week long. And our video blog will be going up daily now. Short, long. I'm not sure what the episodes are going to all turn out to be, but this week's already been an interesting week, and it's only Tuesday. So hope you guys have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon.